That's that breakdance move, when they play a battle. It's just like
Hey, nah, that's the standoff joint. That's when it's about to start, man. Yeah, that's like the standoff joint, man. Then before you go into your move, man.
right. But this is my question: like, who came up with that? Like,
I don't know. It's just how done. It's like the universal way how you start, dog. I don't know who started it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's crazy legs. I don't know.
right? like nobody knows. It was just like, oh, really?
Dog. Every day, exactly. Every time you see that joint going, you know it's about to be a battle. But you know what I'm saying? You know something going on, bro.
Hey, it's about to go down. You don't know what's about to go down, but it's about to go down.
That's like said the entertainer had that hilarious bit, when they say they used to battle in the club, yeah.
I hear.
Nah, the joint, it was my favorite. It was on Kings of Comedy. He's like, man, we used to go in the club and they used to battle, but we was break dancers. We weren't really bad. He say what's up to you, say what's up to him. What's up,
I ain't
man?
gonna
What you trying
lie.
to do?
For a quick second, I really forgot about the Kings of Comedy.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Like, because it's been so much stuff since
history, dog. Yeah, history, man. Like, but you gotta understand, bro. When Kings of Comedy first came out, that when it first dropped,
Oh, that was
that
it.
joint. Oh my god, bro.
Yo,
like,
real quick. If you would put together all new Kings of Comedy, who's your 4 going up? Because we gotta scratch Eddie. We gotta scratch Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Scratch. Do we scratch King? Do we scratch Chris Rock? Do we scratch Dave Chappelle?
See, man, because to me those are the cheat codes.
Yeah. Do you have? That's kind of. So it gotta be current. Like you gotta be real active, but you gotta be like See, all of them still active though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. All right, so I got a dark horse in this whole joint. Dion Cole.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I went to go see him. Matter of fact, this was 2019, the end of 2019. I went to go see him at the Patriot Center. It was him. It was him, D.L. Hughley, Eddie Griffin, and it was somebody else. But yo, all them band was killed.
But you see, to me, I think that's 3 right there.
I mean, I wasn't mad. That was a hell of a show.
I wouldn't be mad at that for them being kings.
I mean,
I think Eddie Griffin is underrated. D.L.
Michael Blackson.
Michael Blackson is underrated too. I think
Dion
Cole and Michael Blackson would be the 2 like young buck. You know what I'm saying? Comedians. And then you had the 2 old heads, which would be DL and Eddie Griffin. So
because Eddie Griffin was hilarious, bro. Like I don't think people forget, yo.
Hasn't stopped, bro. Like
he still and now he at that point where he like that old dude that don't care no more. So you can't cancel him. So it really don't matter.
He hit the don't care. He hit listen. Bruh. Anytime you feel your own documentary and you in church and they tow away your car, they towed away this man's car doing his own documentary. He was like, where's my car going? And they walked out. They was like, yeah, you didn't make the payments or whatever. And they was just trying to get him back on the road and get him back doing stuff. This was like years ago.
I remember that joint too. Yeah, I remember that.
Man, oh man.
Hey, but yo, my parents got to see him. They were in Vegas, and they saw him do his last residency show in Vegas. And they actually the way, and the funny thing about it, what made them go to the show, they saw him in the airport. And they now in Vegas where they, what I'm saying, they ride like the just the airports where they had like the train, whatever, to go to your terminal, whatever. To go to get out with it. Anyway, they were on the same train as him, yeah. And so they would say, they talked to him or whatever, and he was cool. He was like, man, cool. They said, man, come to the show, whatever. That's how they ended up going to the show.
See, man, that's a beautiful thing, bro.
Yeah, he did his last night there. They went to go see him, man. And but yeah, Eddie Griffin, man, he's definitely he's slept on, man. They forget about him, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love Eddie Griffin, man. Eddie Griffin is and he's talented beyond all that, because there was like the dancing, Then, the Malcolm and Eddie, they slept on Malcolm and Eddie, though.
No, that joint was a classic show, yo.
A lot of people, but at the same time, though, it was UPN. So you remember they had One-on-One, they had all the
other Waynes and all them, the Wayne brothers,
and,
They had show. They was killing it though for that was like the Black Network though.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was better than BET right now.
BET. Oh my God, bro. I don't even want to talk about BET, man.
BET sucks right now, man. It's Tyler Perry Central.
Right. That joint should be Tyler Perry Network.
Man, I swear, let me tell you something. It's gonna be. I would love to see Tyler Perry do Passion of the Christ, because you already know without a shadow of a doubt is gonna have somebody with their shirt off. Jesus gonna be looking all buff. Mary gonna have man problems because she got pregnant by God and she got to now deal with Joseph. And the whole soundtrack is gonna be about Mary J. Blige. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. You already know. It's gonna be
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not
going. She my son done died. He done came back again. I didn't see him. The other Mary saw him. Now, hold up. Now I gotta go tell everybody. Right. It's gonna be crazy, man.
and then your man gonna be singing "The Kid Is Not My Son" in the joint.
Hey,
so
but
I am the one.
Let's be real though, man. Joseph, bruh. Joseph is a G.
Joseph. So shout out to Joseph, man. He was the first dude that took care of a kid that wasn't his.
Yeah, I mean, and then to have that child die for the sins of the world, you that's a lot going on. That's a lot going on. And then to think about what he did before, with his brothers and everybody then turned on him. It's a lot going on in my life. Anytime I'm going through anything in my life, I just think about Joseph. I'll be like, yeah, all right, Joe. All right, Joe. You got that.
Joseph is a spokesman. He's a spokesperson for therapy, son.
I mean, what? I wonder what therapists will take that on. Ain't no
Yeah.
They'd be like, Joseph, tell me about your childhood. They'd be like,
where do I start?
You're like, yeah, you want to start BC or how we gonna do this?
man, we can just skip the childhood, just get to my wife. How about that?
My son was walking on water, right?
I mean, I don't even know if you mind for real. I'm just saying. I mean,
he be hanging out with all these tax collectors and stuff like that. He called them disciples. I'm just saying. It's a lot. I don't know who he's hanging around right now.
I mean, I'm saying. Nah, that's hilarious, man. Hey, man. We're back. So, OT Show, I'm your host, E.
Yo, I'm G, man. We in the place to be.
Yo, man, a lot of good stuff on the menu today, man. What's the first thing, man? What we got on the menu today?
Dude, oh my God, man. First thing on the menu is...
Hey, they got it done.
Finally gets paid. And then he got over $100 million for 4 years, and I believe it's over $100 million, over $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah, it's I think it's 160 altogether, but I think it's 125, 135 guaranteed, something like that.
Yes. Now,
shout out to him, man.
This is what's awesome about it. The thing that's awesome about it to me is the fact that he got paid, which is great, right? So he get paid, cool. Everything's good. The press conference was the worst thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't even see it.
Dude, okay. So for the press conference, this is what goes on. This dude, he sits there with Jerry Jones. And they said that, oh, my package is coming.
Hey, yo. Hey, look, when you stare on phone like that, man, somebody go down. Yeah.
Nah, I finally got my package in. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about life.
Nothing like a new cop, man.
What? Oh my God, makes my heart tickle. So I just, what's funny is that oh, so I'm sorry, I'm all off on that.
You digress. Back to Dak, sir.
Let's get back to Dak. So with Dak, this dude then goes, yeah, yeah. Oh my God. This
Shout out to Phil, man. Phil's hilarious. That's my guy, yo.
Phil. We need to have Phil on this show.
We do. We gotta get Phil on soon, yeah.
But Jerry says if I wanted to overpay for anybody, it would be this guy.
That's kind of weird. That's like a backhanded compliment.
He said that with him there.
That's like, yo.
And it was like they look like the couple that argued right before they got to the restaurant, and it feels awkward because you be like, so Dak, what's going on? I'm good as long as I'm not with her. And then you be like, hey, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Cool. I'm good as long as I'm not with him. It's like that type of thing. Dude, that whole press conference was really weird. And it was just they was throwing jabs at each other and they're sitting right there. Like it was the
no,
it was,
I mean
it was odd,
I think as we can kind of speculate, but I think the negotiations were a little nasty, bro.
I think so, but to me, I would have got to the point that if it was gonna be like that, I just don't want to play for the Cowboys anymore.
I mean, I think he was close to being like. I think he was close to getting there too, bro. And I mean, then they put the money out there, so I think he was like, you know what, I gotta take it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely think they have a oh yeah, shout out to their single, yo.
Yeah, I need to find that joint out because I just saw it today. I just saw it pop up today on my timeline.
Dog, hilarious. But all right, we'll talk about that. But back to that. I'm about to get on another tangent. But yeah. So shout out. But man, I'm happy for him, man. I'm glad he got his money. But you know, I was definitely looking like, you know what, man? I kind of feel like Dak should just leave and go somewhere else, bro.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, just to have your boss say that they overpaid for you,
right?
Which was the worst backhanded comment, and have him say that to your face, like like it's and Jerry Jones, like to me, can't nobody tell me that Jerry Jones is not racist.
Oh, nah, he got that. Yeah, he definitely got it in him. Yeah,
like, or somebody around him is, or something.
That's like that. That's like
odd.
Yeah, but that's like when they found out like the whole thing with Meghan Markle and all that stuff, yo. When they talking about the royal family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are we surprised that they're racist?
I mean, honestly, by the way, I saw the interview last night, right? So I saw it late because I started hearing all the feedback first. And so I was like, man, let me see what this is about. All right, one, just gotta be honest. This is my opinion, man. Everything I say on the show is my opinion. It's my opinion. Oprah is a trash interviewer. Straight up and down.
Please explain why, sir.
Because she sits there and she's always, and it's her and Gail. And Gail got dragged for doing the same thing. Where they like to insinuate with their questions. Like, remember when Gail was interviewing Lisa Leslie about Kobe, and she was like, right. Would you really? Like, she was like,
yeah, that was nasty, man.
Oprah was kind of doing the same thing, talking to the husband. Like, when she was talking to him, like, she was just like, so you didn't think that would happen? You didn't think? I was like, yo, Oprah, relax. Like, let him answer the question. Now, mind you, he's British, so he don't get raveled for nothing.
Right.
He was just like, I bloody did. Like, he's just answering the question. Oprah is just sitting there and she's just like, So, Megan, were you silent or silent? Like, okay, Oprah.
That's her dramatic acting side come out.
And I get it. I just feel like, man, I don't know, man. I'm ready for a new crop of interviewers. Like Oprah's been interviewing. Oprah interviewed Joseph when he found out about Jesus. Like, come on. How did you feel, Joseph? Take me to the point where Mary told you what happened.
Like, well, she said she hadn't been with anybody, and or be like, so really? I mean, did you believe that? Really? Did you really?
Like, so Joseph, they said that the stone was rolled away. Was it? Was it, Joseph? Do you believe this, Joseph?
All of a sudden, just turned into your auntie.
Right. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, Oprah, relax. Like, let him answer the question. Like, dude, it was just, oh my God, man. I'm just so to me, the worst interviewers that I think I've ever seen is Oprah, Gayle, and Wendy Williams. Bro,
Wendy Williams was trash interviewer, bro. Cause her interviews shouldn't even like it's like she don't even have. I mean, she'd be having questions, but more her questions be like statements. Like it's like those statements.
You on your show, you do the cha-cha slide and pass out. Tell me, you ahead, she was on the camera. She was like,
"Oh yeah, nah." But yeah, I mean, to her credit, yeah. Go ahead.
But you know what, dog? Listen, you know, because she goes on everybody else. Like, come on,
bro. That's the thing about Wendy, and like when you, it's a certain thing about energy, bro. And we could talk about that now, bro. Yeah. But like people like that, when you put out that energy, people don't really have no remorse for you. It's hard to feel some way. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And then also with
you gotta be able to eat that.
Yeah, you got to. And that goes for some of the music, like some of these rap artists or whatever, dog. When that energy is in your music, you kind of I don't want to say you kind of not accept it, but it gravitates towards you and that energy, dog.
Right.
When you talk about certain stuff and you represent certain stuff in your music, bro, you got to be ready for that kind of energy. And I don't think some of these dudes realize that.
No, they don't. They think everything is for play.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the record label be like sicing them in the background. Like they be like, yo, write about your life. And they be like, well, no, it wasn't my tech on the dresser.
Right. Right.
Put it in there anyway. It rhymes. It's good.
Yeah, see, and now, and then here's the thing. Now when you go outside, people expecting that from you.
Right.
And you ain't really like that.
Yep.
So remember back in the day, like when there was no Instagram and none of that stuff,
you could get away with that.
Not that you couldn't get away with that. You couldn't get away with that because people had to really know about you to, you know what I'm saying? They had to know who you were.
I get it, but like when you look at Cube though, Cube wasn't a gangster though.
I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But
that's not to disrespect him, because Cube was a brilliant writer. He's a brilliant artist. Like he was an artist.
But one thing, you never heard people really playing with Cube like that either.
Because to be honest, okay, so to me, that's where the difference comes. Either you a grown man or you a gangster. And sometimes grown men are gangsters. But Cube was just a grown man. Like Cube was like, yo, I'm a grown man. You're not gonna play with me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's where that came from. I don't think like Cube was like, yo, I'm in the streets getting bodies. Like,
nah. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but
that's the way they portrayed it, and that's the way, you know what I'm saying. And you still NWA and Easy and stuff like that, and you know.
Yeah, but then at the same time though, you still had to be who you were, and like that's still something that still was a reflection of who you really was. Like, yo, I saw the documentary on Biggie. I
still wanted to see that. I was waiting for either you or somebody else to tell me about it, because I keep seeing the same documentaries on Biggie, and I don't want to see another one.
But see, all right, so this one was kind of different.
Okay.
The reason being, it was from the people that was actually like I don't know, it was from like D-Rock's perspective. So it was like all this stuff that he had, like all this footage that nobody ever had.
Okay.
So it was like they had like real life, because they documented everything.
Yeah.
From the time he got on, whatever. And and I think from from you get from the movie, and you get the way Biggie like he talked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in his mind, he really just wanted. He was really just a. He was really just a drug dealer. Yeah. And it was like he didn't really think about, like, music was cool, but he was like, man, he just wanted to sell drugs. He did music on the side.
Right. He wanted was getting him paid now.
Yeah. And but it was funny to see the story, like, to put the name start when you could put the names with the faces. Like you say, you know, like you hearing the music, you hear these names, and you don't know who these guys really are. Like I remember hearing like C Gutter. I like, who the hell is C Gutter? But then you put a name to it, and it kind of like it ties. It's kind of like the loose ends where you know certain stuff and you don't know who is who.
Right.
Like I said, like I remember, like I used to hear this music dude named O, and now they say the whole story behind the dude O and how they all played a role in each other. Like, oh, okay, it's kind of like the prequel.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like a prequel. So it gives you everything leading up, because it didn't really talk so much about the part where he was on.
Mm-hmm.
It really talked about all the stuff that led up to that for the most part.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that makes sense, and that's the stuff I feel like I want to see. You know what I mean? Because it's so deep. Whenever you got a Biggie Tupac or Biggie joint or Tupac joint, it always talks about that era of their lives, and I'm like, they were out way before any of that happened. That was at the real back end. Like, I want to hear about Pac and Digital Underground and how that. You know what I'm saying? Like that dynamic and how all those things kind of went together. Because Digital Underground, like, how did Pac become a part of it? Like how,
Digital Underground is a movie by itself.
Right. And what was the real feelings with Pac leaving? You know what I'm saying? And because this is a guy who was pretty much your background dancer.
Yeah. But he I think what Pac thing was, he didn't care. He just wanted to be on. So he's like, man, whatever I can do to get on, I'm gonna do.
Right. And so to me, it just goes into the psyche. So yeah, man. Get y'all a little extra Tupac and all that good stuff. So all right. So
go check it out.
The next joint is Triller. And I said it the black way, Triller. It's not Triller. It's Triller. Triller acquired Versuz from Swiss Beats and Timbaland, and to mixed reviews, because a lot of people are hating on it and they're mad about it because they're saying that Swiss and Timbaland started this for the culture and now they sold it, meaning that they just basically sold out.
But they didn't.
Exactly. So a lot of people don't know the backgrounds of it, but like they're looking at it funny, kind of like, yo, you just built this for us, you done gassed this up, and now you selling it over to a corporation, and they're doing whatever. They're gonna do whatever with it.
But that's not how it works. They actually bought into Triller.
Right. And the people who know, like we know, we get it because we kind of understand like the back end workings of it. But on face value, for like a person who doesn't know,
it just looked like they sold it to them and just kept it moving.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks like they're just like, oh, here we go. They just gonna sell it now. Now we gonna have country verses.
Now
we gonna have blues verses.
But guess what? And the good thing about it, everybody that participated in Versuz gets a check. They got equity.
Right.
And it goes into Triller too. So it's kind of dope.
Right. And the thing about it is, I think people don't really understand it all the way. And to me, whenever deals like this happen, I really believe that, to me, if I was to do a deal like this, immediately I'm coming up with an interview.
Oh yeah, you gotta
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna explain it so that
When
I
he
can
did it,
control my narrative. You know what
right?
I'm
Well, and the good thing about it, he did well. Joe Budden reached out to him. He reached out to Swiss Beats.
Yeah, Joe reached out, where it was just a random call.
I know, right?
Let's see if he's home. Like,
Yeah.
he's home.
How convenient is that? But
Exactly.
yeah, anyway.
He's home.
But yeah, he reached out to him and Swiss came on and explained the situation, whatever. Yo, and that exactly what Phil said, man. They split. It's a equity between all the 43 artists that were involved with Versus, which is
Right.
a dope concept. And the same thing. Shout out to Jay did the same thing with Tidal.
Right.
All the artists that bought into Tidal when they first started,
Mm-hmm.
they got paid off of that acquisition from Square.
Right.
And which is, dude, he was an ultimate come up. But then now what happens with the acquisition of Tidal and Square, he's actually on the board with Square now. And even though Square is, I mean, that's the dude Jack Dorsey, which is Twitter, Cash App, all those other things. So he's in that room now. So I mean, shout out, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Swiss,
I feel like
Timberland, and Jay.
I feel like what people don't really understand is that, whenever you have a job, you can kind of get rocked to sleep. So when you have a job and you got a 401k or you got whatever, you can really get rocked to sleep like that. But when you're a person who you're getting it how you live, like you're doing this because if I don't work, I don't eat. I don't have no days off. I don't have, whatever. So I can't get sick or I can't do this. I can't do that. And when you have that mentality and you just kind of running like that, you never leave that. And so for this and to give checks out to the artists who have that birth in them, that a lot of these artists, because of the pandemic, have lost over 50% of their yearly income because they couldn't tour. So to get a check like this from Versus or to get a check from Tidal is huge. And so I think that people need to kind of relax when they automatically jump on it and start, look at the whole story and understand.
And then here's the thing, man. You get this thing about not being black owned or whatever, but if you got a percentage of anything, it's black owned.
Correct.
Like, you don't got to be 100. It might not be 100% black owned, but it is black owned.
But at the same time, and I'm very pro black too. But like, let's be honest with you. Sometimes if you sell it, and even if you sell it to a white corporation, if that means that you sell it so that you could be in the room, then that's what it needs to be. You're selling it so that you're in the room. So now you being in the room, you can affect other things. So now we have a voice that is in the room.
I mean, you gotta look at the bigger picture, and I look at what they did Versus. That joint was dope, yo. Because guess what? It didn't cost them nothing to start it.
Exactly. Yo. And as the group got bigger, the technology got better. You had people like Apple hopping on, which I'm surprised. And I was because
Apple dropped
the same
Apple
thing.
Dropped the ball on that one.
Apple dropped the ball on that one. They could have literally, bro. Whew.
And I think I think Swiss and them knew they were going to sell that joint probably a minute ago too.
Mm-hmm.
But this is
what is that it's Triller too. So Triller, who they have all the Jake Paul fights and the Mike Tyson fights and all that. So now, lo and behold, they're kind of becoming what Complex was trying to do. Yeah, and Complex failed because they're narrow-minded. Triller, let's get everything. Let's go out and get everybody.
When I say Complex, they dropped the ball when they let Joe go.
Easy.
Dog, oh my God, they dropped the ball. But see, that goes, because here's the thing about creators, dog. We are creators, yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. No matter what platform we're on, we're going to find a way to create. Doesn't really matter, yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what these people are starting to realize now. Like, all right, hold up. Without the creators, we don't have nothing.
But you have to realize that it's not about the money.
Right.
That is not about the money. That literally, if you cannot create, it doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter. If I can't sleep at night, but I'm a millionaire, I'm just I'm going to be crazy. So it's
Nah,
like the
exactly.
health or being a millionaire. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you
Nah,
create,
and then
you create for the sake of creating.
right, and then all like you said, all money ain't good money. So like it's certain jobs like I could have certain jobs I could have taken, but I was like I don't really want that stress.
Right.
And it was good money, but it's like, yo, I don't really do I want to travel every day to this place where I know I don't really fool with, but I'll make money.
Because you
But
feel like you're selling your soul.
yeah. So
You
if
know?
I ain't like if I ain't comfortable with it, I won't like I don't do it.
And
And
that's
not to
like,
say not to say I gotta be in a comfortable situation, but if it don't sit right with me, I've left jobs and like I just ain't feel right about it. Like it just didn't it didn't
absolutely.
for moral purposes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like you can't, like, I felt like this. If I couldn't come home and look at my wife and children in their face and be proud because daddy came home and I'm,
Yeah.
providing and doing all that, then I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
That's what helps me to make right decisions and to, to do the things that I need to do is because, dude, you got to have peace with yourself. Out
Yeah.
of all this, you got
So
to really have peace with yourself.
yo, and that's what by them and by them selling it to Triller, and they still got equity. I mean,
Mhm.
they still got some equity on in Triller now, which is
Yeah.
that was a hell of a deal. So
Hmm.
that people don't understand that part either.
But now this is the question too. To me, I think this came at a perfect time, which kind of leads us into our next topic. So let me get that going because this blends with it. So Joe Biden is talking by July 4th that we will have some type of normalcy as far as the coronavirus and COVID and all that goes. That we'll be able to kind of get out. Certain places will be, mask free, this, that, and the third, and we'll be able to have some type of normalcy. And it's this July 4th date to me is little suspect, you know what I mean? And the reason why I say that is because sure, July 4th, it's gonna be
It's pretty.
summertime, everything's
It's
gonna
pretty.
be great.
Hey, look, it's pretty convenient, right?
Right. But to me, it's at the same time, and this goes back to the versus conversation. Once everybody goes out, the view down. Now it may not go in half or it may not drop crazy, but I think it's gonna go down. So to me, I'm like Swiss and them, they sold it on a high so
Yep.
that they can get out while it's still high. Because once America opens up, they're not really going to be paying attention to the streaming. They're not going to be so all
But
those platforms and stuff are going to go down
guess what?
until the numbers spike back up and they tell us all go back inside the house.
But then by that look, and then by them selling it to Triller, this is what they could do. I can see the vision. They probably gonna do this right, yeah. They're gonna be versus festivals, dog.
Absolutely.
And
Live.
Triller's gonna be behind it. So get Triller got the money, they got
Mhm,
the backing, that makes it
mhm.
bigger. Cause I mean, think about it. If Switzerland had to put up all their money, whatever, why not you minimize the risk? You don't got to put up your own money. Use their money to do it.
Absolutely. And to me, it'll work because I would love to see, man. All right. So shout out to Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars for coming out with like one of the greatest songs I think we've heard in a while because it just kind of mixes everything in. So it's just one of those songs that's like needed, one of them cool
That makes
songs,
sense.
right?
Hey,
And so
hey, I want to cut you off real quick.
yeah,
Speaking about songs that made some buzz in the past couple of weeks. Hey yo, shout out to the joint with Drake and Lil Baby, and Lil Baby snapped on that joint, bro.
yeah. I mean, I just don't. I can't. This little baby, new artist. I don't. I hate new artists. I get it. I get it. But this is me. This is me. This is my
This is
personal preference.
yeah, this is when you pull out your old man joint and you go to bed at nine
Absolutely.
o'clock. I
100.
know, I know.
Eight
When it
thirty.
comes to
8:30.
dog, yeah, this is what happens when you put out your old man car. You don't even like 20.
Hey.
Nah, see see, he's not he's so Lil Baby is separating himself from that pack though. Exactly. Tell him, Mo. You sound old, son.
You look old, man.
Mo is old. Mo's a young old. That's my guy. But he young old nigga.
Because I just feel all right. So when it comes to new rap, like I get it. But to me, I just feel like if I could hear the baby and Lil Baby rap about the same thing, like
Well, I mean,
it's just
well, I
all
mean,
the same thing. Now I get on the Drake song. I did hear it. I get it. His metaphors was great. Everything that he did was great. I'm not gonna hate on it. But to me, I can't listen to a Baby Project. I just can't. Because I'm at a point in life where, like, people sometimes listen to music just to listen to music, and I get that. But to me, I'm at a point in my life where I'm looking at the future and I'm looking at my priorities have shifted. So if I'm listening to something, I want to get something out of it. I just don't want to watch it just to watch it. I don't want to listen to it just to listen to it. Like, come on.
all right, man. Hey, shout out to my man, boy. Said, man, give him a AARP card. Yeah.
Listen, I got to be honest with you. I'm not mad at it. Listen, trust me, because guess what? They get half off while y'all paying full price. Who's the fool now? Go ahead, pay that fool. Go ahead and pay that full ticket to get into the movie theaters.
Man.
Pay that high auto insurance.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, yeah.
But I'm telling you, and to me, that's what it is, man. I just can't.
Nah, man. Hey, nah, look, I'm a fan, man. Hey, look, I like him up, man. 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Roddy Ricch, all that, man. I'm a fan, bro.
Listen, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at it. Let's put it like this. I got to be in the mindset to listen to that.
All right, fair enough. I feel you on that.
That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I got to be in the mindset. And my real life, I'm not going to be in that mindset.
Look, all right, so look, I ain't gonna hold you. It's certain stuff you gotta listen to outside. Like if I'm just chilling, it's like certain stuff you gotta listen to outside. Like certain stuff you chilling in the house, you're like, yeah, I ain't on that. But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
certain stuff you gotta listen to outside. So I feel you.
It gets to a point where it's just like, bro, you can't. Like, if I got sons who are about to be 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't listen to it like how they listen to it. They listen to it and they get all that. I listen to it and I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I know what's on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I've seen these artists come and go. So I'm not gonna get excited.
Yo, which is great though. Which is crazy, man. Like, dude, Drake has had one of the greatest runs in history, bro, of music,
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely. Yeah. But you see, this is the reason why, though. This is the reason why. It's because he's been able to bridge both gaps. He's been able to bridge the gap to both. He can go with the ignorant stuff, but he could also go with the I'm mature, I'm on some this, that, and the third. And he's hitting that spot right now, but it's not going to last long.
I mean, who knows? We'll see. But you know what, though? I will say this is what he did that Jay didn't do. He wasn't you wasn't like if you was an up and coming artist, you was not getting a verse from Jay. It was not. I don't care who you are. I mean, you had to be like upper echelon to get a verse from Jay. Like you had to be above and beyond to get a verse. But Drake don't do that. Nah, you do. You had to. He just wasn't hopping on anything. But But you think about Drake, man. Like Drake will do a joint with a JB Block Boy, or he'll do a joint with Migos when they first came out, or he'll do a joint with Lil Baby. Hell, when Lil Baby first came out, he did a joint with him. But so I didn't even know who Lil Baby was to the Drake joint.
But this is my thing: is that a leverage thing, or is that a label thing?
It's a hurt. He's ahead of the curve, yeah.
To me, I think what made Jay not be able to do that, or because I don't think that he didn't want to just not do that. I think that a lot of times he was. I think a lot of times what it was remember it's a different time. So when you got beef, you really got beef. So it ain't like he could have just hopped on a West Coast song and did whatever, this, that, and the third. You got checked and this, that, and the third. So to me, like it was a different time. Like to me, it was just different.
Nah, and Jay was just Jay. Like, I'm not hopping on anybody's shit. Like, you gotta prove it to me, bro. I'm just gonna hop on your joint. I don't care who you are.
And to me, that could honestly be to Drake's detriment.
I mean, it got him this far. He doing all right. It's been working. Honest,
who has more classic songs?
Probably.
And who has more classic albums?
Hey, look. At this point, I'll put Drake up with a lot of people, bro.
No, I'm saying it's good, but the thing about it is that how many times? Let's put it this way: Drake scored 60, Hove scored 60, but how many shots did they put up? Drake put up 112 shots. Jay only put up 30. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I gotta disagree with you on that one, brother.
Because how many records did Drake put out? Drake is on everything, and it dilutes everything.
Hey, look, man, your man Jay got some mid joints out there, bro.
Yeah, but not as many as Drake.
Nah, Jay got a whole mid album that I'm not gonna even talk about.
To me, it's the same thing as Wayne.
Wayne got some mid out there, but
Wayne got some below mid.
Jay got some mid joints out there too, though. Yeah.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm not saying that he doesn't. But
I'm thinking like if you go like Drake album for album, he probably got one of the better catalogs than probably top five artists as far as like rap artists of all time. Yeah,
you can't say, but when you talk about Drake, you can't say rap though. You gotta go. Drake is Nelly. Drake is Nelly right now. Relax.
Hey, go ahead, man.
No. I don't mean it mean. I'm not saying it bad, but Drake is Nelly.
He's not Nelly, eh?
Yes, bruh. That no.
He has surpassed the Nelly right, dog. Like Nelly, Nelly?
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about as far as being able to do the singy poppy stuff and still rap. I'm talking about. I'm giving him credit. I'm not taking away from him. But it's just the fact. Who else can do that other than? It's not really anybody else that can do that.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Nelly was different.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't, like, when you compare Drake to people, like, he's beyond rap now. He's beyond rap. Like,
that's how I feel about rap. That's how I feel. No, but I do the comparison. I compare, like, I think about basketball parodies. Yeah, like when I talk about rappers or whatever. But anyway, music.
Drake is no Cedric Ceballos.
Nah, Drake is LeBron and Jay is Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey,
absolutely. Because I think by the end of Drake's career, he will surpass Jay-Z. 100%. 100%.
When it's all said and done, like the same thing with LeBron, yeah.
And I think that Drake is going to get crazy. Sorry, to sound like Joe. Drake's going to get crazy. Drake is going to get crazy when he gets older and he starts talking about like different things, and you're gonna start to see like he revisits old beef, like he revisits old. Be like, let me tell you what really happened. Like, let me tell you what really happened with Nicki. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know, because some of that stuff actually came out, like I think like a month ago, where they were talking about stuff with him and Nicki, and I was like.
And if you ever listen to stuff, he says little nuggets in some of the music too.
And that's and I give him all the credit in the world. Drake to me is the number one artist right now. Drake is the number one because he can drop and shake the world. A lot of people can't.
He gave you a 3-pack and killed it. Like 2 songs like in the top 2 billboards, man.
And I don't know. I can't go by Billboard anymore.
We can't. You can't really.
Jay-Z said all because of what he said when there was like, because they was talking to him about New York, and they was like, that's your first number 1 single. That's crazy. You've been in the business for whatever the years, and he was just like, Billboard's a magazine.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, but you know what it is though? Yo, but that's like all this stuff though, you know. Once you start to put everything in perspective, and like just think about it, you put everything in perspective when it comes to like awards and stuff like that, like the Grammys and the Oscars. You have a group of people judging somebody's work, and you like, yo, and when you think about it, it is kind of weird though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's just like how you judge. Oh, speaking of that, Doc, how do you feel about this? There's been some backlash about this coming to America. People
Yeah,
really been mad about this, and I'm like, I don't get the anger.
yeah, nah, yeah. People really been, they've been killing it. Some people been
But
killing it.
I feel like it's the same thing with like, is that with hip hop? Like,
But you know what though? But you
you
know
know
what
what
though?
I'm saying?
I feel like this. If we were to have social media like that when next Friday came out, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
have been the same thing, bro.
yeah.
And just think about over time how classic Next Friday is, bro.
Right.
But we'd be so quick to just soon as we see it, ah man, this is because it's not your expectation, and
Right.
you could have did this, you could have did this, but it come with the game, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I just keep looking at this because now they done picked up the Soul Glow dude, the dude from Soul Glow. They actually are interviewing him like, what do you think
Yeah,
about the backlash? I was
yeah,
like,
Eric LaSalle, that's hilarious.
where did Soul Glow come from? Soul Glow was
But you know
somewhere
what
still
though?
glowing. And
Yo,
I
but nah,
was
yo,
like,
shout out to Eric LaSalle do a lot. He did a lot of directing and a lot of stuff behind the scenes,
sure, but he's still Soul Glow to me. When he was talking, I just smelled Jerry Curl juice. I smelled World of Curl all in the interview.
Hey, hey, and I just copped them so hey, and I just copped the Soul Glow Greek Freak joints too. Matter of fact, I just funny you say about that. Joints kind of tight.
And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad
Yeah,
at it at all, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like, yo, this world is kind of crazy. I just feel like this whole world is turning into Joe, where
but no, I mean, no,
nothing,
it's the same. No, but
nothing is ever going to be good enough. Like
nah,
no
dude,
matter what, it's
no
not
matter what,
gonna be
dog.
good
It's
enough.
yeah, but you know what it is? It's our. I don't know what it is about our culture, dog. Like it's the craziest thing. Like we will kill stuff. Yeah, like
Yes.
I mean the same. Like they killed Jay for doing a title deal. They killed Jay for dude. This is the funny thing. Like when Jay bought title, right? It
Hmm.
was people who literally said, "Man, I ain't giving Jay no more money, my money, or whatever. I ain't, yo, Jay Z's already rich. I ain't giving my money or whatever. Why would I
Right.
buy a streaming platform? Yo, but the thing was, and then they were like, well, Jay Z's only cares, but he made that platform. He got the platform for artists. It was an artist thing, whatever, right?
Right.
So he never
And
said it was just for black people.
but listen, let's keep it a buck. Anytime you got Prince, who before he died signed the title stuff. Like he signed over his stuff to title.
Because he knew what it was about.
And I'm like, this is the same dude who wrote slave on his face for like who knows how long. Like that's gotta mean something.
Right.
You
And
know
then
what
they
I
would they
mean?
would they were talking about like when he bought the company or whatever. They were saying, well, we had all them white people in it. Yeah, because he bought the company. It had white people already established in it. So when you buy something, they still have former employees that are already there before you buy
And to
it.
me, that's where it gets dangerous because it's and that's where I think sometimes Black Lives Matter, that's where things got dangerous because the narrative was shifted to where it's not like we want equal rights. We deserve better than you white people. Like I think that's where it gets crazy. It's like, no, I'll show you what I can do. Just give me the same opportunity.
Exactly. That's all it is, yo. That's
Right.
it.
But now the narrative has been shifted to where it's like, now we better than you. We better than you. So now if we're doing that, we're no better than what they were doing to us. And
Yeah.
I feel like in our culture, when we look at our movies and when we look at our music and when we look at all that stuff, we're starting to kind of change the perspective of how we look at stuff. Like it's just to me, it's just crazy. I'm like, dog, like coming to America, it's not One, it's PG-13 versus rated R.
Right,
One.
that's another thing.
Two, those jokes back then would not get over right now because guess what? Arsenio Hall dressed as a woman would have got slander from the trans community. That wouldn't have happened in the 80s.
Nah.
So
it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff they wouldn't have. It was a lot of stuff. Man, shout out to, hey man, you know they canceled Pepe Le Pew?
100%. And I get it. But you know what? Dave Chappelle. It was Dave Chappelle's fault. Because remember in Killing Them Softly, where it's Dave Chappelle was like, he's like, "What's up, race? This is this dude."
Hey, they take it easy, Pepe.
He's like, "Ooh, dudes, come here."
Hey yo, what we got on the menu, man? What else? I know we about to get out of here. We got.
Let's keep it a buck. Pepe Le Pew was nasty. So
creep mode, son.
Last joint that we got coming up. Yeah, NBA free agency has gone crazy. We've already seen Blake Griffin sign with the Nets, and that came to some scrutiny or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. Now they're hearing rumblings of Kyle Lowry getting traded, and to certain people, he's already told that he's getting traded. And also, Drummond, Andre Drummond, who is looking to get a buyout from the Cavs. So reportedly, he can join the Lakers. Now, with that being said, what's going on with free agency and how do you feel things going to be shaken out? Because right now, free agency is going to be crazy. Not only NBA, but NFL as well. Because NFL, this has been the week where all these players have gotten cut. And these are great players, but it's just a salary thing.
Yeah, they lost money. In the NFL, they lost money.
A lot of money. And so now NBA is the same thing, but NBA is different because it's like, you know, well, one, the salary cap and all that. But two, is just now you got actual players who may be a little long in the tooth now getting ready to find new homes, like a Kyle Lowry and like Andre Drummond, which Andre Drummond in Cleveland, let's be honest with you, he was killing.
Cleveland. Yeah, but it's Cleveland.
I know. And so to me, not only Drummond, but as of last night, LaMarcus Aldridge is now, they're doing a buyout with him, and they asked Greg Popovich, and he said, yeah, you know, they're going to part ways. So
well, yeah, I think, and especially for if you think about it, I'm thinking about like people understand, man. Aldridge has been in the league for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in the league for a while. So shoot, he played what? He was there with. Was he there? He was like a year after Kevin Durant or before Kevin Durant? I want to say right there.
Year before, I want to say.
He was a year before. Yeah, a year before Kevin Durant. So
yeah.
So you think about how long he's been in the league, and I mean that's beyond San Antonio. They're not going nowhere. It is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. So they're not going nowhere.
They're not going to work out until they get Becky Hammons as the head coach. Because Greg's over. Greg's over.
Yeah. I mean, I think I wouldn't be
coach anymore. It's just that I
don't think Greg, man. I don't think Greg got the. I don't want to say the passion, but I don't think his motor is not there no more.
And you can't blame him. And you can't blame him.
He's been there forever now.
Yeah.
He's been there for almost 30 years, bro.
I put him and Belichick in the same group. Like they're the same, you know.
Yeah, he's been there for almost. He's been in for like at least 25 years at this point.
Yeah,
so.
at least because he coached David Robinson when David Robinson was having that quadruple double game.
Right. I mean, he's been over there over 20 years, and now I mean, at some point, you know, it runs its course, man. It is what it is, yo.
Exactly. And I mean, I think either he goes somewhere else and you know, may get another. I mean, who knows? But you know, I believe that his coaching staff is.
Oh, he got one of the best coaching staffs in the NBA.
Yeah, and if they're going to have to in the next couple years, either they're going to try to part ways with Greg and promote from inside, or the people that's under him are going to start taking these head coaching jobs elsewhere. And you know, if I'm an organization, I want that pipeline to keep running.
Yeah, you want to go with because you want to go with thin because they got the same, so allergies and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the free agency goes, man, I think Drummond, with the Lakers, I feel like the Lakers they need to get faster. I don't know if we want to get bigger though.
To me, I think you go out and get Lowry. Honestly.
Yeah, I'd rather get Lowry, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather get Lowry.
Because LeBron,
Schroeder's cool.
With LeBron being your point guard.
Yeah. And like Schroeder's cool, but that's another scorer. I'd rather get more offensive power than I don't know if I want to go big, yo.
Yeah, especially when AD comes back. Because I know they want to shore up. Because to me, the loss of JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard was tough for the Lakers. Because you really don't have that backup for when AD goes down. Because they wouldn't have struggled if they had that backup there.
And I think that's what Phil said. They need a rim protector.
Yeah,
and which is true.
Get Aldridge. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather get Aldridge because at least I can get more offense though.
Exactly, and you get him cheap.
Yeah,
because Andre Drummond.
And Aldridge can knock down. He can knock down at 15. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple threes every now and then. So he's like a poor man's Anthony Davis for real.
Right. And I mean, it's just, and the thing about it is, I do feel like Aldridge has been just like playing around with the Spurs, just kind of like biding his time, like yo, I think I'm gonna suck this game just so I can actually get traded. That does happen. Because that
man, shout out to James Harden. He did it. Mm-hmm. He was an example of it, bro.
And let's keep it a buck. He ain't the first one.
Nah, it happens all the time, bro. It happens in the NFL all the time too. It happens all the time, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's wild, man. It's wild. Yeah. But just getting back to free agency, I think that to me, the Lakers did put a package together, and I think it was turned down for DeMar DeRozan.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was turned down. Like I want to say they had Schroeder in there and
Kuzma had to be
other pieces. You know what I'm saying? Some draft picks and all that for DeMar DeRozan, which I think to me will be great because if LeBron goes out and retires or whatever, the Lakers still got a nucleus that they could play with AD and DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, because DeRozan's a flat out baller, bro.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, listen, it's motivation for him because right now I think he's another player that's going to be disgruntled by the time he leaves the Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. I mean, it's not to say, and you know what it is too. The Spurs are not a bad organization, not bad. It's just like when you in that mid to lower tier, it's kind of like, and you
got to change everything. It's time to restructure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're still holding on to the past.
Nah, it's over, man.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. So what we got on the meeting to close out, man?
That's it. That was our last joint, man. That was our last joint. Yeah, man. Shoot, it felt good, man.
We finished on time today.
What you got up for this weekend, man?
I am doing absolutely nothing.
My guy.
Nah. Actually, I'm probably go kick it with my godson tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, man. Go kick it with him, man. We're having a continuation birthday celebration for my man, so probably do that.
That's what's up, man.
I gotta do a drive. I gotta do a drive-by birthday too.
I was about to say, make sure you say birthday.
I know, right? and shout out to matter of fact, let's play my man real quick, yeah. So, shout out to my man Phil, man, from the We Are Something Else podcast. Him and his man CB, they got a track out, man, called It's All the Way to Aspen? Yeah, it is All the Way to Aspen. So, the track is hilarious, but the joint is actually pretty good too. You need to hear it. I was very surprised. And you know what? He let me hear the track a long time ago. I remember we was taking a ride. He was like, "Yeah, I want you to hear something." And I was like, it's actually pretty good, but I wanted to talk trash to him about it. Like, this joint sucks. But now it's actually pretty good though.
So he rapping on it. They singing like what's because I know Chris.
Yeah.
I know Chris can sing.
Yeah. CB can CB actually an artist. But then Phil's actually been surprisingly. Phil has talent. He is.
And this is my question. Like this, is he spitting?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, it's actually good. Shout out to producer Superfly.
I'm still waiting for Superfly to do my album, my WAP album, worship and praise.
That's hilarious.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I feel like I've been waiting for him to send records my way. I haven't heard anything that piqued my interest.
Oh no! Oh my bad. Hey, my fault, Phil. Phil did the beat too. Oh, okay. My bad. Phil produces too, son. My bad.
Oh, listen, Phil. Superfly hasn't been getting back to me. Maybe I need to come to you, Phil.
And I forgot Phil did produce music. So dude. But man, it was actually a good track, man. If y'all get a chance, man, go check him out, man. It's on all the streaming platforms, man. Yeah, all the way to Ashford, man. Good tune, man.
Fat.
And you'll like it because it's hilarious the way it starts out, bro. And the little references they have in the joint is hilarious. You'll get it when you hear it too.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm not mad at it. Y'all got mad at me for my Drake take today. Oh, not my Drake take, my Lil Baby take.
Nah, we got mad for your Drake take too. All your drinks suck.
No, my Drake take is good. I just think that y'all back into the system now. So it's cool. Y'all gonna be the 50-year-old men with skinny jeans on in the club talking about, girl, this is how we used to do it. That's who y'all gonna be. That's y'all gonna be.
First of all, if I see you with them triple X pants, yeah, we're not doing that, bro. We're not doing the MC Hammer jeans, bro.
Listen, it's room.
Nah, man, table them joints up, man. Get a little, you don't need that much space, bro.
With some love.
You're not carrying AK-47s in your jeans, bro.
No, no. Strong wind come, I end up in Aspen.
We not doing that, bro.
Oh man, yo, it's time, y'all. We out. OT show.
Hey man, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. It's been real, man.
Yo, we out this piece, peep-pal. Deuces.